Update po.
Okay, siguro Mariel, I want to give a brief background muna because only as a representative of board member Melissa Abadesa, who, what do you call this, gave out the manifestation yesterday session, January 31.
Okay.
Tama, yesterday we conducted a session to give out a manifestation as a soft reminder to the office of the governor, to the office of the provincial legal office, and some additional concerns siguro, Mariel and Luens, you know, because of the committee hearing and investigation conducted by the Committee on Laws. Yeah, alam po nindo, it started sa session hall yan na investigation of the receipts in Pekeng Resibo, and may mga statements on record and on the minutes and journals of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan that should be addressed man siguro tanganing malinawan man ang sa tuyang mga listeners ang bilog tandugang digdi sa province of Albay. So if you will remember tabi, Maria Luens, board member Melissa Abadesa, the chairman of the Committee on Laws, Rules and Oversight, who absorbed the concerns of the Sanggunian upon the discovery kang receipts sa Office of the Provincial Engineering Office. Kaya ito ni Engineer Ibo, kaya man nagpabaya ang bilog na komitiba, asin ang pag-agree or sa pag-uyon sa committee report na sinabmit ni board member Melissa Abadesa sa plenaryo. Sa totoo kaya na yesterday session, kang pag-apod mo nga ni, we are now submitting a manifestation to follow up now kung ano na pwede tang gipuhon or reminding the na what action should be taken already, because under the satuya man na responsibilities to investigate sa masunod day na ini mangyari giraray. And number two, nganing all those held accountable, who might be held accountable and who are responsible, should also be given a reminder on this matter. So actually uga ako digding notes, Mariel, and last December 13, kung marurumduman nindo, nag-tender na kita si board member Melissa Abadesa kang sa iyang investigation. But we have to be honest also, aram po nindo dakulon ining documentation na pigigibo, magkulang po ini well, mas grabe siyempre kung nahiiling nindo man sa Congress, mas grabe duman sa tuya province-wide man sana. Pero still, yaon sa obligasyon sa komitiba ni board member Melissa na ikumpul iyan, itipunon, and isubmit naman. So, last December 12, although nainot po tabi sa committee report and sa recommendation na submission sa most recently, natatapos sa mga documentation, minutes, and journals. Remember, word per word iyang pigigibo, bako po iyan na bigdadamukaan. So isa-submit man yan. So, yesterday, during session, we are happy to say na nagtaon na kita kan sa tuyang reminder about some actions na dapat makuha naman nga ni. And to be honest, while I was giving in behalf of Melissa Abadesa so manifestations niya, I gave way to board member Ray Bragais sa iyang mga concerns pa na sa pag-iling niya, Luens, and ni board member Ray na kulang. And so we suggested yesterday, this January 31 na there should be a parallel continuation kang investigation habang pigdiretsuhan naman sa mga items na pwede nang tawanan na action kang provincial legal office at saka kang governor's office kung uba na sila. So yesterday, well, technically balikan ta su nangyari na and iniman sana su quick reminder, very short na lang ta, aram ko you are also pressed for time. Ang muyata balikan na pigre-remind tang na-tackle na is siyempre is the violation of the Provincial Ordinance 003-2016, otherwise known as the Sand, Gravel, and Other Quarry Resources Ordinance of the Province of Albay as amended. Muya ko inibalikan. I-clarify ko lang initang muya talaga ini ni board member Mel ipa-clarify. especially manungod sa resibo.
Okay.
Ang ordinance kasi na iyan, yung nagtataong otorisasyon na makagibo ki resibo. Ang otorisasyon na tinao kang ordinansya or kang bilog na sangguniang panlalawigan, tinao po iyan sa Penro. Okay? Warang ibang tinawan na responsibilidad or otoridad ang ordinansya na magkapagibo kaya na resibo. Although sa technical side, syempre, ang pag-release man kang resibo, ang pag-absorb kang mga remittances, nasa Treasurer's Office. Pero kung sisiyang ma-request, Penro po yan. Ang nangyari baga po sa tuya, tanganing maliwanagan kita, ang nangyari, ang nagpagibo kang resibo, so, Provincial Engineering Office, most specifically, si Provincial Engineer. During the time, si Engineer Ibo. So, dyan pa lang, medyo may diit na kakulangan or may violation or may technical breach na nangyari sa ordinansyata. So, I want to keep on yan, na-determine ta na yan, na day man talaga na although, I want to make this clear, although during that time, kang pinaakudan mi, inimbitaran mi si Engineer Ibo, pigsabi niya man on record na wala siyang authority emanating from the governor na authority na magpakibo kang resibo. But to this day, they may pamanahiling. Well, according to they pamanahiling yan na authority. Because remember, an authority should always be in an executive order sa mga aruga ng bagay. Secondly,
ay sir, balikan ko lang.
Yes.
By any chance ba, yung possible authority na tigsasabi po ni Engineer Ibo is through verbal? Kung wala po siya na nai-present that time na hinihingan niyo siya ng
if I will recall Mariel correctly during our session when he was invited, then sabi niya yaon sa opisina niya.
Okay.
So,
yung authorization, sir.
Authorization na yaon da duman. And in fact, baga, medyo hazy lang ang sa kuyang recollection. But in fact, we suspended session to await kaya nga lang baga nasa vault niya and siya lang ang makakabukas kang vault niya. So, to that note, I want that to be clear na wala siyang authorization. So,
nasa vault.
Na nasa vault to this day. So, sana but I don't know if he will be able to produce it. So, we will just wait when proper actions should be next, on that note of the resibo again, because that's our main topic, and based on the manifestations na pinaano sa kuya ni, I can give you this copy also. No worries on this. The uba pa digdimpiga the usurpation of authority by Engineer Clemente Ibo when he processed and released the DRs, delivery receipts, and authenticated records relative to the quarry operations, when said mandate should be discharged by the provincial treasurer. Anyway, muya ko man ang balikan, may mga technicalities na naman kita digding that should be observed. Although, syempre, there is leniency also when it comes to provincial operation. Uga man talaga kaya, by practice. Pero, not in the cases of like this, kasi ilingon po nindo, the receipt, ako sa opinion ko lang naman, if the receipts was not issued or given through a accountable officer, and kung marurunduman man po nindo, si Provincial Treasurer during the time session, biga po tamang kung what receipts have she released. Kasi siya ang authorized mag-release ki resibo diba? And the way I recall the statement na ginipo ni Provincial Treasurer during the time was July pa siya last nag-release ki resibo. So, that should be reconciled on the side kang executive side, whether or not there was really a receipt. And technically on the side, pigsasabi man kan treasurer na ubang remittance.
Okay.
So kami man on the side kang legislative, we want to find out kung although there is a remittance, di ba, na pigsasabi during the time, what was the basis of the remittance? Medyo dubious resibo. to the authority. So that should be reconciled, and that should be studied even more. Although we studied it already, and these are our findings, that should be taken back, reviewed by the executive side already, as it is forwarded to them already. Okay?
July po, sir, yung last na nag-produce sa city treasurers, provincial treasurers ng...
June or July siya, ultimo na nag-release. Bako man nag-produce, nag-release. Tig-release kasi yan eh.
Sa mga offices, mga ano...
No, bako man sa office, specifically di sa quarry.
Okay.
Specific lang yan sa
quarry
quarry.
operations, sir.
Iman na, na kaibahan dyan. So, ito ang ultimo niya ang release kay mga resibo. Specifically for quarry was June. So, na-establish ta na yan, na anuan ta naman yan, na manifest naman yan during session ni Treasurera. So, pwede niya ng review na yan, concrete review by the executive side, and more so by the provincial legal office on this matter.
Opo, sige sir. Ano na lang po, so ano?
Sige,
sir.
Yesterday also, board member, the manifestations that was, tamuya ko naman ibalik itong, if you will permit me, kaya ako naman sa nagkaliyo, di pa diretsyon talaga. The validity of the said delivery receipts found in Engineer Ibo, since those were not issued by the Provincial Treasurer's Office. Yun yung speak sabi ko sa Indo, kasi nga kung marurungduman Indo, sabi ko baga, the ordinance authorizes Pedro to have the receipts issued, not the Provincial Engineering Office. So, number 2 duman na piga manifesting din ni board member Melissa isa. Rumdum ko man ini because I attended, is was there any authority also for the receipts to be issued in a different office? Okay na, sabi yung tanang to be issued or naglaag man duman su Pedro ki sa dainin ng opisina sa engineering office kung piot naman nga ni Pigdio sa opisina nila. Okay man lang yan. But syempre, there should be also an authority issued in their favor na arugaan su situation na ginibon nila, na operations na ginibon nila. So, we will have to wait also on that. But during our committee hearing, manifested nila na but what kind of authority? Remember, as we keep on saying, in our sasamuya na mga elected officials, we have certain higher obligations, and especially sa mga executive side, more so sa executive bago sa samuya. We are more on the legislative side. More so sa executive side, na they should be very particular sa mga arugan niyong not very verbal on this kind na situation. So, lastly, the manifestation should be reminded again on the side of the PNO na ilingon maninda so who has the custody kaining resibo. So, if you will recall, kung babalikan ang ngani, so pag, na, sinafeguard nga ni, baga remember, yung gari duman sa COA, may mga police na nag-abot naman ka, na-discover sa mga receipts. Oo. So, who has the actual custody of the receipts? And who is the actual issuer of the receipts on this matter? So, kaya po naman iyang balikan. Bako lang balikan, kundi i-finalize na kang legal office this kind of situation na nangyari dito. Kasi kami ready naman kami mag-give. Well, actually, we are already, well, I know for a fact na other board members, although bakos in the Committee on Laws, are drafting ordinance now as we speak na arukan in similar situation. Dahil na mangyari, I think, Di ko na panginutan sa mga board members, pero alam ko may nagda-draft na key-ordinance na to give a penalty, more stringent penalty, most specifically sa arukan niyong situation sa pag-issue ka mga resibo. Who has the authority to issue? Who has the authority to to release, who has the authority to sign on the receipts. May mga ano yan, may mga ano yan, may mga protocols na kayo kung ano sunod yun. And technically yan on the side. So in the future, nun yan na siguro sa terming uba na kaming mailuwas. Or kung sisiyang mas magayon na ordinansya yung ina-adapt ka.
Ordinance po sir.
Yaning dahil naman mautro ining similar situation na ini na although nga ni technical pero kay Puan may is more stringent na ordinance kita digdi because kung babalikan nga ni tayo so ordinance is to the penro but PEO so yaon duman so in a more bird's eye view kung iilingon tabaga all the remittances na ginibo sa Treasurer's Office para sabit ang dukulaon. But what is the effect of that remittances if all the receipts are not valid? Diba? That should also be pero syempre assume maroon ta ng de facto valid na yan or what. But in technical aspects, what would be the validity of those? Diba? So we have I would say na we have to do it right. Kaya po tagibuon so tama digdiho. Tanganan pwede ta show na we really did a good job on that matter. So I want to share also so manifestations ni Board Member Ray yesterday. At sa totoo I will forward the concerns kay Board Member Melissa sa concerns ni Board Member Ray Bragais when Board Member Ray manifested na day pa da siya tapos sa totoo kayan I don't know kung yaong katabi naman Luens kung nadangog mo na when I was smoothly and respectfully interrupted ni BM Ray kasi pa ko siya satisfied siguro sa outcome. Hence, nautabi mo yung akong share sendo na if Board Member Melissa Abadesa would agree sa sasabihin ko sa iya when she arrives na Board Member Ray, his concerns over the receipts pwedeng magka-parallel additional and supplemental investigation sa concerns ni Ray versus along but not versus but along the concerns na established na digdiho sa committee report ni Board Member Melissa. Siyempre, as the majority floor leader, we have to facilitate it. That's why I was here yesterday manifesting and stating the concerns ni Board Member Melissa. So, yaong kami dyan ninyan, but very valid man kasi sa mga concerns ni Board Member Ray Bragais. Kung babalikan taman, if you will see, iba siyang concern sa number of receipts. Bako number kang kada individual na resibo kundi so kada bundle kang resibo because according kay BM Ray Bragais kung sa manifestations niya yesterday vehemently requesting a continuation or a parallel investigation alongside with this order and resolution forwarded already by Board Member Melissa. Kay Board Member Rayman, ang sa iya, although na-touch na ini during the committee very shortly, I think very valid in the sense na nag-appear lugod sa iya kay Board Member Ray and sa kuya man na may mga missing bundles of receipts based on the purchase order na ginibo during the time kang PGSO. Iyan ang mga ma-determine now ni Board Member Ray kung hain na itong mga or whatever happened to those missing receipts.
Yung sinasabi po ba yun sir na sobra doon sa 4K na natirang volume? Kasi
yes, yun na yan. Remember, I'm not very familiar kasi sa mga number of receipts sa sarong bundle pwedeng ugaian na 50 or ugaian na 100 na resibo na bundle, or pwede 100, if 4,000 bundles ang I think bundle lang, piguhurunan ta. So, kung ang one bundle has 100, so medyo may kantidad yan. That would be amounting now to millions and millions of peso. But that's the concern ni Ray. He also, however, has concerns on the some issuances. Bakong issuances, but on the side kang as manifested by board member Ray, on the periods na kang resibong ini. So based kasi duman sa PO na pigre-request ni BM Ray, asulusan din ako ha. Ang na PO yata is 10,000, pero ang na-issue is 8,000, and ang nawalat lang gari 6,000. So, may mga missing talaga.
Yes po.
Most specifically siguro, sabihin ko na, 4,000 bundles or something arogan. So, we will have a parallel here, and papakiurunan ko man si BM Melissa Abadesa to give way also to the request of board member Ray Bragalis on his additional concerns on these receipts. So,
pag
yes.
Answer, ano po ba talaga ang process sa pag tamang proseso kang pag ng resibo sa quarry? Paano ka halimbawa ako isang quarry, isa akong operator, tapos mag-ano ako ng kumbaga tawag dyan,
ma-operate ka. Well, ang siyempre baga, under the law, only the most basic knowledge lang on my quarry. Of course, to be able to operate is to seek a permit or get a permit from the governor's office. Yan ang
governor's office muna.
Iyan talaga sa governor's office ang has the sole under the local government code. But kita baga, we are safeguarding some of our environmental concerns and our environmental advocacy. So kitang mga additional like ubama na mandato ang MGB, DENR, sa tuya, uba pa, environmental EMB, uba pa kita dyan ng mga permits, uba pa mga survey yan. To be really honest, talaga, I'm more on the ordinance side. Wala lamang akong anong quarry. To be more serious, that's the requirements and to have those certifications to be able to operate. Of course, siyempre siguro, dapat uba kang site na ikaw quarry, ano? Dahil ka man sana pwede mag-quarry, wala ka man na site siguro. Kahit may mga gari yan eh. May mga requirement, may mga specifications gari yan. Adadangog ko yan, mga specifications yan.
So, mapaka-sir Resibo sa provincial
enro sa environmental office kita mako kaya no other place. That's how it's supposed to be. Yan ang tamang paagi. Bakong tamang paagi, yung required kang ordinansya. Yung required kang ordinansya na ang mag-issue kang resibo, sa i-issue ang resibo, sisay ang mag-issue kang resibo, tanganing yaon man ang tamang pag-receive kang remittances sa treasurer based on duman sa resibo. And ang resibong iyan, man yan sa treasurer, ang i-release man, ipapareceive man yan sa enro na. O, nila nga, so, uubos na.
Okay.
So, ma-release na naman kibago. Si treasurer man, rinilisan mi nga bagay kaki-arog ka ning kantidad na resibo, o 10, sabihin ka ng 1,000 bundle. Iyan man ang dapat na i-remit niya sa treasurer. So, 1,000 value kang 1,000 bundle na ito. Iyon na yan dyan so, I would say, the check and balance and so audit and of the receipts. However nga ni, as I would say, na wala itong sense of technical process na anong would demand. So, it will be now on the side based on this sa kinibong investigation ni board member Melissa na ito na breach and there should be some actions taken. And on our side, sa sanggunian, I know for a fact na pigsabi ko sa inyo ba ng apat na board members na nagdadraft pati ribayan na lang siguro itong board member magdraft kay ordinansya to safeguard more and to be more stringent on the violation of this kind of magnitude na tawanan tang mas dipisil na penalty digdi sa bagong ordinances, specifically sa mga araw kanina. Taba kung man sa nabagakwari ang Isyu na resibo, ugwa pa man na. Maski kami, ang aramor dumong ko ini kang may a long time ago, ma-file ka digdi sa probinsya ti administrative fees, ugwa man kaming docket fee. And ang treasurer, habo ako ng bayad kang docket fee, hanggang din ordinansya na nag-authorize sa treasurer na mag-receive ki kwarta manungod sa docket fee. Kasi warang ordinance pa na niyang tauban pwede na mag-receive ki payment. Hindi ka kasi pwede basta-basta lang mag-receive kung di man na basihan ang i-receive sarong araw kaya. That's why during that time, this is just an example na ma-realize kang tao ang proseso. Ano po kaya?
Di sir, sa nangyaring ini between kay former Governor Rosal and Engineer Ibo, ano pa ang masasabi niyo digdi? Nagtaka ka ba? Ano mo digdi?
Of course, I feel sad. I feel sad sa mga situation na yun. I was very optimistic na on the early side, but with the shedding of light on this kind na mga siyempre makamundo, although we might appear on some people sa bilog na probinsya pang Albay na big tutakil ta su alangkawon ng remittances, but how legitimate is that remittance, di ba? May nadudangog na ni akong magurang mga estado kung tawag digdi sa bilog na Albay na nga kung ang papakaon ko man sana sa aki kuday ko na ako sa tamang paagi ko na sana ipapakaon niya, di ba? That's exactly the same here. Was the remittances legitimate na i-receive man kang government, and was it more legitimate na ipagmayabang ta, di ba? That is really the value na dapat makuha digdi sa bagay na ini. And so that was also imparted to me by all the other board members. Kaya dapat we should be very particular sa kaning situations. Of course, sad on the sense na kaipuan mangyari ining mga actions na kaipuan gibuong kang executive side and the provincial legal office. And now, yesterday I was asked by the chairman on laws, board member Melissa Abadesa, na i-manifest ko na ini. And a very timely man na Mariel Wens na kang manifest ko ini. Nag-interject naman si board member Ray Bragais kang sa iyang additional concerns. And so, you will be the first to know. So, scoop na naman ini for ako Bicol News na there will now be, if ma-agree si board member Melissa Abadesa, there will be another parallel investigation alongside with the concerns na na-establish na digdi sa Committee on Laws, Rules and Oversight, reminding to proceed already sa Provincial Legal Office as requested.
Provincial Legal Office na sir magdidirect yung investigation?
Yes. Tapos na ang investigation. Actions to be taken already based on the investigation and findings kan Committee on Laws ni Board Member Melissa Abadesa. And findings and statements made during the plenary when the guests were invited during that time.
Kasurin nga ni po tabi board so plenary tabi.
Iyan ang day ko na marimduman. Sa totoo ka yan, pighagad ko nga ni baga. In fact, yesterday sa session talaga, pighagad mo man nga ni so video kasi rumdumi ka to veritas mas basahan ko girara nga. Board member Melissa provided further that as per information, Radio Veritas has a live coverage of the 19th regular session on November 22, 2022 when Engineer Clemente Ibo appeared with appeared. So it was during the time. So the committee chair is requesting for that video also na inano kang kung ma-provide na.
Kung sa po sir nagsabi si Engineer Ibo na authorized.
Sana makagad kita. Request naman sana ini magagad. Kung but sisina itong nag-upload sa kuya na wala na dahil itong but anyway, dahil man na problema yan. Uba man na recording. Mas magayon lang kayang may siguro mas BM na makailing kiburo video. Diba? So I think that's where we stand right now. That's really the update. And dapat ma-realize kang tao na bako ini madali. It takes time talaga. Some people would perceive na garilingaw na, pinabayaan na, or nakalampas na. And ako man, very particular man ako, kung ako man ang majority floor leader, ang floor leader sa Sangguniang Panlalawigan. Abo ko man i-rush or i-safeguard ko man ang ibang board members na tama ang gibuhon or in procedurally correct.
Kumbaga sir, slowly but surely ang galaw.
Tama lang yan. Dapat man na may mga statements na mangyari sa plenary na may mga inadequacies and misrepresentations hindi sa plenary. Along syempre with the Vice Governor also na pigbabantayan along with the minority and all other board members for that matter.
Sige sir, message na lang po or other additional information that you want to add sa public pa po.
Okay. Well, I want to thank Ako Bicol News and Sir Luis and our very handsome cameraman who is here right now for giving time na maianuta ang proceedings tigdiyo sa Sangguniang Panlalawigan as the floor leader. And in behalf of Board Member Melissa and the statements by Board Member Ray, this is the update on the receipt challenges na tatakil ninyang kang Sangguniang Panlalawigan and findings. So the scoop is there might be another parallel investigation that will be conducted if BNL will submit to the request.
Yes po. Tapos may 4 na board members po sir na currently nagsasagibo ng ordinance na nangod sa
Nagda-draft.
Ng penalty.
Itago ta na lang sila sa pangalan na. Oy, kawa, do ka, deko na naman, baka na man mag-submit, baka mag-discount ako.
Tawag dyan.
3 or 4.
United po ba sila sa pagsasagawa ng ordinance na yun? Para sa
I think that ang information kong na-receive ining mga board members na nag-draft, they are not in coordination with each other, ha? They're in their own independence. Kasi pag makulog man siyempre sa inda na makadraft sindang ordinance, very man ini nganing dahil na mautro ang sa kaning pangyayari.
So, ano pang mangyayari, sir? Halimbawa, sa kami ngayon, nag-draft. So, halimbawa kung may pinakaanong ordinance, yun ang i-apply.
Nobody will stop them na mag-present kay first reading kay ordinance. Siguro, as the floor leader and with the permission of the Vice Governor, Glenda, kung masubmit na yan for first reading. Ang makaulo kayan kung sarabay sila mag-submit kay first reading, tanganing everybody is the first, di ba?
Yes,
so, I would refer it to the proper committee, to the laws, if it's an ordinance regarding that. I would also jointly refer it to environment. Because this is technically on the side of the environment. And then, pakiurunan ko sa apat as the authors and then i-consolidate na lang sa But right now, pairinutan na lang kung si Sir ma-file ka na yung ordinance.
So, nagsashare to man ginari, ito mo na mapapanimbag ta rin kung si ang involved talaga.
Definitely.
Sa legal case na
Definitely na kaipuhan na somebody should take responsibility and be accountable sa mga kainin. And more so sa side ng Sangguniang na laws should be passed na hindi na maulit. You could just imagine sa bilog na Pilipinas nga yung pigururunan si Bulyas.
Yes po.
Di ba? I think next week baka pagurunan tang Bunay. Ang pagmahal kang Bunay. Kang nakaagi, sibuyas, mahalo na sibuyas. All the more man siyempre sa tuya, one of our main stake sa bilog na Pilipinas is our quarry resources, our geothermal resources, our our natural resources. It's basically, minsan nga I want to share this, minsan nagigiulok sa kuya ang ibang, ngaya ka mo ngaya, makaulo ko na, pigurunan ng lungyag, mga basod. But gusto hindi na ako conceptualize ang bagay. Siyempre, inistorya ko man, kita nga sa bilog na Pilipinas, sibuyas. How distinct ang concern ta sa mga tao because iyo ang number one concern ta or iyo ang stake ta na tatakan niya. Kang nakaagi gasolina, di ba? Kang nakaagi mambaga sa tuya, it was our concern sa electricity na. Although is small step i-resolve naman. And maumaman ako parugan ng nangyayari. Kita na niya naman sa Albay Basod, Pilipinas, Sibuyas.
BM Tabi,
Yes,
makaapot lang po. Saan po talaga ngunya nakapasa ang Bulacan investigasyon na ini?
Some portions kasi, based on the minutes and the journals, are still with the side kang secretariat. As I said nga bako siya madali. Word per ano nga pagkaan sa mga sa law school verbatim iyan na isa-submit sa office ng PLO and sa governor's office, executive side. When this is completely, it will now undergo the provincial legal office sa bagay na ini. But however, based on the manifestations ni board member Melissa na ginibo, some interjections were by board member Ray to have a parallel investigation.
Okay.
Siguro pag nakumpleto naman kang journal and minutes, tablet ones, they can proceed naman. So, ba't yaw naman so iba garing? And they can already see the direction.
Nakapasa na po, sir, sa legal office yung iba.
So, iba.
So iba bako man gabos.
Day pa.
Ayun.
Talaga.
So, iba na sa secretary.
Yaw pa sa muya.
Sa sekretarya.
Oo, piga itemize na pa yan ang mga verbatim
Opo.
And
Involved pa ata dyan, sir, sa mga stenographers.
haliman talaga. Very difficult. Imagine mo man ang committee hearing sa iba daily and etc. So, that's why nga pig-request man gari ni BML so anong po kaya ining sa Veritas na video. Sana ma-provide. If not, then it's okay also.
One more thing Tabi, BM.
Yes.
Muyami lang Tabi malinawan. Ining parallel investigation na pinagpo-propose. Say Tabi an ma-investigar PLO, Committee on Laws?
The interjection and request for the parallel was board member Ray. I hope na mag-submit. I will just, as the floor leader, I will submit the request now to the chairman kang Committee on Laws, Rules and Oversight to have this parallel. Specifically lang duman sa issue kang numbers of receipts and remittances. That they rin na including BO. That is a different excluded issue.
Considering na si board member is committee chairman on Ways and Means Tabi.
Correct. Yaw man ang concern. So, submit ko ini because it was spearheaded already by board member Mel as the chairman on laws. I will submit to her the request. Kung mag-agree siya, definite. Kung mag-submit si BML sa request ni BM Ray on this as na okay naman siguro. They can proceed on their actions to be taken.